Hey guys, we look around us today and we see that the world is in chaos, it seems. It seems like everything is just out of whack and out of sorts, and sometimes we feel like our world is just simply flipped upside down. What do we do when the world is turned upside down? That's what we're going to talk about today in our 5-minute rewind. Hey guys, yesterday we looked at the story of Daniel, beginning in Daniel chapter 1, as to how we are to respond when the world seems to be turned upside down. We got to look at the life of Daniel and his friends, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, when they were taken into captivity into Babylon. Their entire world was turned upside down. The place they lived, the people they served, even their names were changed. So how did they survive? How did they even thrive in the midst of this world being turned upside down, their lives being so chaotic? Well, there's a couple things that we need to realize in all of it. And the first thing is this, guys, that God is in the midst of the valleys. Even when they were in the midst of this, when they were being taken into exile, taken into captivity, God had promised long ago in the book of Jeremiah that he would watch over them and he would be with them and he would bring them back into their land. See, guys, we got to recognize that in the valleys, they're not dead ends. But valleys lead to other mountains. And God is in the midst of the valley with us. Always remember that. So when you look around and the chaos is going on, God hasn't gone anywhere. He's in the midst of it with you. The second thing we have to realize today, and that Daniel realized, is that we have to make a choice in the midst of the mess. We have to choose to be obedient and faithful to God, even if it may cost us something, even if it causes us to sacrifice things we care about, even our own lives. Daniel chose that when he was there to be a servant of King Nebuchadnezzar, that he chose not to be defiled by the royal food and wine. He said, allow me to have 10 days of just drinking water and eating vegetables, and let's see if we are not healthier than the rest of your servants. See, he didn't want to do something that would go against the very God he served and the God he honored and the God he worshiped. And by being faithful, by choosing to honor God in the midst of this, God was faithful and blessed Daniel. They were more healthy, they were stronger, they looked better in appearance than all the rest of the servants. And they were blessed with knowledge and blessed with understanding beyond the rest of them. See, guys, we have to choose. Regardless of what's going on, we have to choose to be obedient to God. We can't give an inch. We can't allow ourselves to say, oh, it's just one little bite, or it's just one little taste, or it's just one little touch. As soon as we take that first step into sin, guys, we might as well plant both feet there. God has told us to be holy and to honor him and to serve him only. And Daniel did that even when the world was flipped upside down. The third thing is this. We have to remember that not only is God in the valleys, not only do we have to make a choice daily on how to serve him, but the good news in all of it is that God is faithful. We see that Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah in chapter 1, as they were obedient to God and would not defile themselves by eating the food that he had warned them not to eat. God was faithful and blessed them, not just with health, but with understanding, with wisdom. Daniel was given the understanding of dreams and visions. And because of that, they were brought into the king's service. The king brought them in and asked them for advice and wisdom and took care of them all the way up until the first year of King Cyrus. See, King Cyrus came in and overthrew the Babylonian government. King Cyrus is the one that God had chosen to come and set the Jewish people, the Israelites, the people from Judah, free to go back to Jerusalem to rebuild the temple. The promise God made to restore them to their land. See, he took care of Daniel and his friends who were obedient to him and chose to serve him regardless. He took care of them and fulfilled his promise to restore them. Today, know that when we are faithful to God and we obey him, he will take care of us until the end. He is faithful and he loves those who serve him. Guys, we can look at this story and understand when we look around us that we have to understand and choose faith over comfort. We have to choose obedience over comfort. God is calling us to walk a walk with him, a journey that is going to be difficult, but so worth it. And so as we continue this series in Daniel over the next several weeks, we're going to see how we continue to serve, thrive, and move in a world that's chaotic and flipped upside down in such a way that people see Jesus in our own lives. Guys, I hope you've taken a blessing from this and an encouragement today that when you look around you, how can you serve God? Test him, try him, and see. Daniel asked for just 10 days. What are you going to ask God to do in your life today so that you can be a blessing for Him to others? That's your 5-minute rerun, guys. Remember always, live bold, love loud, and let God take care of the rest. We'll see you next week. If you enjoyed today's content and you want to catch up on new things that we're doing and anything that comes up that we post, make sure you go to our YouTube page and subscribe. Click the notification bell so you get notifications as we go live or we post new content. Remember, you can always follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Guys, we look forward to hearing from you and connecting with you as we continue to serve the Lord at First Christian Church. Remember always, live bold,